You need a Georgia marriage record. And honestly, you don't have time to fall down a rabbit hole of confusing government websites. So let's cut through the bureaucracy right now. Here is exactly where to find it step by step.
We're completely skipping the fluff today. I'm going to show you exactly where these records are hiding, the absolute fastest route to get them in your hands, and the critical mistakes that trap most people's applications in bureaucratic limbo for weeks.
Okay, let's dive right into this timeline, because it instantly solves the biggest point of confusion. You see, jurisdictional authority shifts entirely based on the year of the marriage. Pre-1952, those records are sitting at the local county probate courts. From June 1952 to August 1996, the State Office of Vital Records serves as your centralized hub. And post-1996, well, the authority reverts straight back to the local county probate courts. Because, why make it simple, right? Pinpoint your year and you'll know exactly where to start.
Section 1. Where records are held. You basically have two physical paths here. Going to the county probate court level is almost always your fastest route. The State Office of Vital Records in Atlanta, on the other hand, is just a centralized hub specifically for that 1952 to 1996 window. It's reliable for sure, but relying on the state level often means dealing with significantly slower mail-in processing times. Now, if you're going the digital route, only use official online portals. The state-sanctioned systems are Rover, VitalTech, or Go certificates. Seriously, do not use unofficial third-party scam sites. They often charge hidden fees and do absolutely nothing but slow down your access to these government-issued documents. Section 2. The step-by-step process. So, the absolutely crucial point here is following these steps in order. Step 1. Identify the exact county. Step 2. Access the official county site or physically go to the office. Step 3. Present a valid photo ID, like a driver's license or passport, and pay the fee. Keep in mind, while the marriage certificates themselves are generally accessible, certified copies of the detailed marriage application are restricted. Those are only available to the bride or groom listed on the document.
Let's quickly break down the costs and timelines. The standard, non-refundable state search fee is $10, with extra copies costing $5 each. But look at this massive difference in processing time. In-person requests can actually be handled the exact same day. Mail-in requests to the state office? Yeah, you're looking at a painful 8 to 10 week waiting period.
Section 3. The fastest priority method.
Here is the absolute fastest path. Walk into the county probate court in person. Skipping the mail entirely and standing at the counter with your valid photo ID and payment is the quickest route. And in almost all cases, it yields same-day results. Actually, pause here for a second. Do you know the exact county? If not, here's what you need to do. You've got to remember that marriage records are filed in the county that issued the license, which isn't necessarily the county where the wedding ceremony actually took place. If you don't know the issuing county, you're going to need to rely on the state-level search or start checking adjacent counties.
Section 4. Missing records and alternatives.
But what if your search dates back further? For marriages occurring before the 20th century, researchers should really pivot to the Georgia archives. Their virtual vault holds microfilm copies of records for most counties right up through 1900. You can also use partner digital platforms like FamilySearch.org for name-based searches of these historical archives.
Section 5. Common mistakes to avoid.
Pause the explainer right now and double-check your spelling on your application. Incorrect name spellings and wrong date ranges are literally the leading causes of delays. Remember, that $10 search fee is non-refundable. If you misspell a name and they can't find the record, you lose the time and the money. Okay, here are the remaining traps to avoid. Don't search the wrong county just because the wedding was held there. Steer clear of unofficial websites. And whatever you do, do not mail cash. Sending cash to the state office triggers an automatic rejection. Always use a certified check or a money order. Quick recap and backup plan. Let's weigh these two options. The ultimate fast track is an in-person visit to the county probate court where the license was issued. That gets you same-day results. Your last resort, backup plan, is the state mail-in option. It definitely works, but it will trap you in an 8 to 10 week wait. You now have the exact clarity and control needed to navigate this system without the headache. Save this explainer because you'll definitely need it again when you're ready to file. But before you go, ask yourself, once you get this record, what other pieces of your family's history might be hiding in these same archives, just waiting to be found?